Hello again and welcome back to Illegally Sighted. This is Jesse here and I am back for another low vision spotlight game video. And it is going to be an updated retro first person shooter video, but we are going to be taking a look at now that I have a new ray tracing RTX 3080 graphics card, we're going to look at a game that I've always wanted to check out, Quake 2 RTX. Yes, they took the 1997 Quake 2, which I had played a fair bit back in the day, and to showcase this ray tracing technology back when the 20 series came out, the RTX 20 series, they added ray tracing, which is kind of this whole lighting system thing that I will kind of try to explain as I'm playing here. But it's just night and day. Now, I would show you what the original game looks like in this video. I tried recording this actually just a bit ago, and for some reason my recording software does not want to record the original Quake 2 for some reason. So I can get audio, but it just shows a black screen. So guess that really doesn't do a lot of good. But I will show you, like I said, you can just go look up like the original Quake 2, what Quake 2 looked like in the 90s. And you'll see, yes, you'll see kind of like the old style level design and textures and things. But I'm just going to go into a level. We're going to skip the cutscene because it doesn't really matter. Basically, these Marines, you crash landed on this planet, your squad is wiped out, and here you are in this Strog base. So I've heard them called Strogue. A lot of people, I call them Strog. It's just the way I've always said them. Oh, I should also mention, I apologize for the white bar at the top and showing the taskbar on the bottom. However, I have to, because that's one other thing that I found out with apparently a lot of people encountering this with the RTX version of Quake 2 is I was encountering, if I ran this full screen, I was encountering some crashes. I could play the game for a few minutes, but usually when I got to the original, when I get to the elevator coming up in a little bit, the game would just crash to the desktop every time. And doing some research, the main fix that people had was that for some reason, I don't know, it just doesn't like being in full screen or borderless window mode. And so the fix is to run it in windowed mode if you have that problem. So that is what I am doing. But I mean, this does look pretty sharp. I mean, from a game that came out in 1997. So what ray tracing kind of does, and I know I'm going to butcher the explanation of this. If you want to find out, more technical information and curious what ray tracing is, I said, especially, like if you're blind or low vision, you may not pay as much attention to graphic-y terminology and all kinds of fun stuff like that. The way that games typically look, or the way that they're lit, is there's a lot of different ways that it can happen, but they're more rigid. So like the graphic artist or programmers or whatever, they'll like use different tools, different technologies, but they usually have to like make lighting sources wherever they want light and how they want shadows to behave. So like, let's say you have these vertical lights here, this light in the corner. You would say, okay, this is a light source, and I want the light cone to light the environment with this light cone, and I want it only to go out maybe this far, and then it's going to diminish over time until it, it doesn't light anymore. Like, you have to kind of hard code, or at least use like algorithms kind of things to make that work. Whereas ray tracing, basically what it does is it just, in real time, it takes whatever light sources you have. It could be lights in the environment like we got on this base here, It could be when you get in these outdoor areas. It could be the sunlight. It could be from an explosion. Whatever. My little laser pistol. You see the light, the way it shoots out like that. Any number of lighting things. And it just calculates all that in real time, so you don't have to specify, well, this is how far this light source should project, or this is it, like what angle it should project. Like that's defined by like the type of surface, the shape of the light, where it is in the environment, what objects are obstructing it. Just all kinds of technical nonsense that, like I said, I can't do justice and try to explaining. But like you said, it's just ray tracing, so we got some sky here, because this place is all blown to hell. Like I can jump up here, go and, let's see, let's grab these real fast. Let's go in this hallway here. He's casting a shadow there, that little grunt guy. Jib him so he doesn't shoot me as he's trying to die. Because they like to do that when I shoot him with a laser pistol. I mean, you get infinite ammo with this thing, but it sucks. It's just really wimpy. Really weak. I want to kill these guys here because then I'm going to play with some of the environmental things that you can do, which is really neat to look at. Let's get one more guy to kill. No, you're not going to shoot me. I'm going to jib you before you do your death shot, death blow, whatever. So kill him, jib him because I can. Alright, so everybody's dead. So let's look at the way this looks. So, like I said, we've got lighting. It's just a little, like a base light at the base of the wall here. And it shoots out light in a little cone kind of a thing, but it doesn't go very far. It's not meant to. So it already kind of diminishes right over here. But you've got then more natural lighting coming in from these ginormous open windows here. You got like 3 giant windows here. You got a little light there, vertical light on either side. I got your little spinning armor thing there we'll grab. But what you can do now, so this is your regular lighting. So I'm going to go to option. Actually, so look at the floor. Look at just the way this room is lit. Just kind of observe. Now I know, obviously, changing the time of day, even with presets, you can kind of fake these effects. But this is all done in real time. So I'm going to go down. I'm going to go to options, and I'm going to go to environment, and I'm going to say, I want my skybox to be, we're at morning now, let's go noon. Now I'll hit escape. Look at the way the lighting is now. It's slightly different. It's a little more intense right up here. Definitely a different look. A little more hard shadows on these med kits laying there. We got really bright out here where it's sunny. And the sun has moved. Let's see, because I remember when I was looking at this earlier, I used to see the sun over here in that corner. Where is the sun? What time? Let's see. Can I... where is the sun? Okay, it must be over there somewhere. I don't think there's a way we can... Is there... not really going to get a good angle. Let's go back to our room here. And let's go options, environment. Let's change it to evening. There we go. Now it's a little dimmer. Got some softer light on here. You see more of the textures. It's not like really super bright. Do I see the sun out these windows at all? So you still get the environmental lighting of these tall lights and stuff. But let's see, do I get... I'm not sure where the sun is, actually. It must be blocking it on some of these taller buildings. Let's go back in. Oh, that's a cool effect. Like, look at that. There's like this haze. If you look at the light straight on, not from an angle. like, oh, that's cool looking. Like, you can just see that, I don't know if you can see that, but that's a really neat effect. Now that you've taken, I stand in front of any one of these windows, and you just see the intensity of the beam. When you get off center, it kind of goes away. That's cool. Alright, so let's go change the time of day one more time. Dusk. Alright, so now we've got just these little lights here. You see everything here. There's no floor shadows anymore, hardly. You don't really see the little peaks and valleys of those shadows as much. And your only lighting, the light is going out from here. It's going out from that wall. You get these really bright but short distance lights on the other side of the doorway, but no natural lighting. It's, you know, you still got a little bit of light outside, but it's not, you know, pitch black. It's just a neat. So now you got more overhead lighting in that hallway. Look at our shadows are a little bit differently on our, because now the shadows are casting from this light and not so much from this light on from the window. I mean, it's just really interesting because, like I said, yeah, this is not pre-programmed. It's all I'm kind of nerding out over this. This is not your typical low vision spotlight. I have covered the original Quake 2 on the channel. I know, I can't remember if I did the original, but I know I did one with like a little bit of, I think it was Quake 2 EX, I think it was called. It was a slightly updated mod. I mean, look at how dark it is outside. Even though you have the sky, you can see the sky, but there's no direct sunlight. So it is dark as hell behind these boxes. Like, I can't see hardly anything. But you look at, I mean, look at the, not just the lighting, but then you see where the lights are shimmering. You see the nice shininess of the, like, stone floor, or I don't know, stone or metal. I think it's more of like a brickish stone kind of a thing. So let's switch it back to morning. Now look at this.
All squad leaders coordinate with sister teams.
No shadows at all because the sun is just bright overhead. Got a little bit of a shadow back here, but there you go. That is, so we got some light coming in, casting. So the sun must be over here. Yep, there's the sun in the morning. So you see the sun directly is beaming, not even straight in. It's at kind of at an angle. So it's even coming at the, even coming at the door, not straight in, but because the way the sun is positioned. That's pretty neat, pretty neat. And now we've got our little shadows by in between our windows again. So I'm going to play a little bit more of the game. I know we nerded out over the room, but I just wanted to show you some of the graphic effects. I know, like I said, if you're totally blind or if you're, you know, really low vision, it may not matter a whole lot. But like the fact that this isn't like pre-rendered and like you don't necessarily, I don't think, have to code it to, you know, like for each of the lighting stuff. Did I get the shotgun? I think I did. Let me see. Okay, yes, I did. I couldn't remember if I just got carried away with my babble. But the fact that this is happening in real time, that's what's cool about it. Is you can just say, here's a light source. You probably have to tell it, like, you know, this is how bright it should be, but then ray tracing kind of just takes care of the rest, you know. It's like, oh, okay. I mean, I'm oversimplifying things, I'm sure, and I've probably butchered the description to some degree, but like on a basic level, I've watched enough videos about ray tracing, and like I said, if you want to find out, like, Digital Foundry, when ray tracing really first became a thing with Quake 2 RTX, and when Minecraft RTX, this one, Quake 2 and Minecraft RTX were the two titles that really, they were showcasing this new technology when it came out a couple years ago. And both of those titles, like, I seen them and I just like, oh my god, I want this on my computer. I want to see them, you know? Yeah, jib that guy. There we go. I know there's another guy in here. Oh, there you are. Mr. Giblet. I'm gonna kill you. There we go. So I'll give you a little bit more action. That's what you came for. But, no, as someone who has played quite a bit of this back in the 90s, early 2000s, like I said, even coming back to it with Quake 2 EX, I think is what the mod was called. That looked better, but, like, even then, like, it's a neat tech, you know? I mean, the fact that all this is real time. Kill that guy. We got this other guy going, Rid! Well, I'll rid you into pieces, buddy. And then, I'm gonna go get your little machine gun here and kill your buddy. Hey, buddy, how you doing? This is one of the first guns, especially when I used to play this, like, I still was really getting used to keyboard and mouse, and I primarily played this keyboard only. And I remember this driving me crazy, because this is, I think, the first gun in a first-person shooter that I remember having a kick. So this is a gun you don't want to just, unless you're starting low and you're letting it go up, you really want to do burst fire, because this thing has a hell of a recoil. Just watch. I'm not moving the mouse. Next time I shoot somebody, like this guy, that all that movement was not me touching or not me moving the mouse at all. That was just the kick of the gun. And I remember when I used to control this just with the keyboard, that drove me nuts. I hated that gun. But, you know, they're going for an extra little bit of realism. And where the hell did you come from? Oh, monster closet. Got our armor. I'm not too worried about what I'm shooting, because, you know, wasting ammo, because we're not going to play very much longer. But I just wanted to show you even how, like, I know they're doing a lot of remasters and stuff with games lately, but just the way that they've done what ray tracing RTX has done to Quake 2 that came out in 1997. I'm recording this in 2021. It's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. I mean, it makes kind of a pretty cool tech demo. Even looking at those shiny blue monitors there, or that tech equipment there in the corner. It's a really nice look. I kind of enjoy it. That guy's jibbed. Head down here. Yeah, you want to die too? I know you do. That's right. Gibbet. We'll putz with the next level just a little bit here, and we'll wrap it up. Like I said, I've shown Quake before, but I really wanted to showcase this RTX version, because my old 980 card, yeah, no, that didn't even have ray tracing support. You had to have at least a 20 series, 2060, 70, or 80, or 90 in order for that to work. So let's hit our F1, objective, yada yada. Computer updated. Hey buddy, how you doing? You're dead, that's how you're doing. And you, yeah, and you need to go, sir. Hey! Damn right, I'll jib you. There we go. Alright. The other thing, I don't know if this will come through in the audio, but I do have a this Omen PC that I have. It has this Omen Audio something or other. I forget what it's called. Omen Audio something. And it's kind of neat because it has this equalizer stuff in it. And at first I didn't really like it, because I'm like, I had NVDA on and it sounded kind of weird to me. But then what I found out was, I figured it out, and they were running this equalizer. It's almost like a sound boost type of thing. And they have all of these different modes. Kind of like when I was using Boom 3D to add those extra bit of like 3D and you know, environmental sound stuff to it. But yeah, they have this EQ, and if you have it disabled, it's more of your traditional flat sound, which you would want. But if you enable it, it's got these different modes for different types of games, since this is a gaming machine. And there's like, there's all kinds of different modes. There's like music, movies. There's one specifically for shooter, which is what I have it on. And it's kind of cool because even old games like this, and I even fired up it works on new games, but it also works on, like, I played Doom, and I played like Brutal Doom, and I was amazed at the way that they almost, like, positional sound worked in that game. I was hearing, like, even I think it did a better job of, like, hearing things behind you. Like, Boom 3D would work really well in modern games, but it really didn't. It had to kind of support that. But whatever wizardry they're doing with this other Omen EQ stuff was working all right, because I was hearing imps and dudes around me in all kinds of crazy places. So, oh damn you and your alarm! Try to get there before. So we'll just, basically what I'll do is I'll hit this switch that we need to hit here shortly, and then we will wrap up the video. But this, like I said, I did the nerdy part where I showed you all the lighting stuff right away. And let me grab this maximum armor real quick, and then we'll go back up. But we always want armor, right? Armor is good. So, hey! Oh, sure you are. Shithead. We'll use our shotgun for a while. Boom! Turn them into some giblets. What's up? This gun actually works better on these guys, because it kind of stun locks them a little bit, so you can just keep pounding away at them. Alright, let's get our shotgun out again. Oh yeah, one of these guys keeps... Kill that weird, I don't know, weird dog thing with a spitter tongue or something, I don't know. Some kind of weird monstrosity. I don't remember what all the enemies in this game are called. Alright, so I'm just going to run up in this guy. This guy loves to shoot grenades, if you give him a chance, so we're not going to let him do that. We're just going to pump him full of a bunch of lead. Grab those med kits, hit our computer terminal, and then it's going to bring up a key for our next level. There we go. Computer updated. There we go. Mission complete. I'll go into the next loading zone, and then we'll call it a video. But I just wanted to show you guys, like I said, I know I've covered... I can't remember if I covered the original Quake 2 on the channel, but I know I've covered Quake 2 EX. I'd have to go back and look and see. Like I said, I've done so many videos, I don't even remember what I've covered anymore. But as, like I said, when the ray tracing stuff really came out, this was the thing. Like, modern games, yeah, okay, sure. But no, I wanted to see Quake. Because, you know, my classic shooters... Oh god, the arc of these damn... You kind of have to... There we go, killed them. I really wanted to see this because it's for myself. Like, you see some other people play it, but you're like, oh, I want to go look at this thing. No, look over there, look over there. You know, you don't have any control over whatever they're doing in the video. But now I can play it for myself. I can go as fast through the level as I want, or slow if there's something that really catches my eye. I'm like, oh, that's a cool lighting trick. I can do that, you know? So let's... Ah! What? Okay, yeah, you're jibbed. You're jibbed. You're done. You're done. No, you're not. Now you're done. And you're done. And we got that guy. No, you're not going to shoot me. I don't care about the grenades right now because we're going to quit shortly anyway, but let's grab those real fast. I think there's one more grenade guy in here somewhere. Let me get the... Oh, okay, yeah, no. It's the... Okay, yeah, so here's our... These zones here are like your loading doors. So we've made it to the next major area. That is Quake 2 RTX. In order to run this, you do need a 20 or 30 series NVIDIA card. I don't know how the AMD cards work that do support general ray tracing. I'm assuming they work somehow, but don't quote me on that. I don't know for sure. What I will wrap up by saying is, in order to get this game to work, even if you have an RTX card, it's not hard, but what I would recommend is um, if you don't own the original Quake 2 game through Steam, you can install Quake 2 RTX, and then you can play the shareware version, which of course is free. So it would give you the first few levels if you wanted to look at it that way. But if you own Quake 2, the full game, through Steam, which a lot of you probably do if you play shooters, it's been on sale gazillions of times. What I would recommend is install Quake 2 first, run it, make sure you got it running, it works, okay, you're good. Then install Quake 2 RTX, and when you run it, there's going to be a dialog it'll ask you, do you want to use the shareware version or the full game? And you check the full game box, and then when you go next, it will look for your Quake 2 installation folder through Steam, and it should find it. And then it'll copy the files that it needs, and then it'll kind of link them. And then you should be able to play Quake 2 RTX no problem. Because what I originally did, and I didn't realize, is I didn't know you needed the old school Quake, the full version installed, if you wanted to play the full version. So I just clicked it and it said, oh, it can't find some kind of files. And so it just kept getting mad at me. So I actually uninstalled RTX and I installed Quake 2. And then I reinstalled RTX. And then oh, okay, yeah, I recognize your folder. Because even when I pointed to the folder, there's something that it didn't like. So, but once it found it automatically, then it just worked fine ever since. So that's how you get that running. And like I said, if you do have crashing issues, your main thing might be to run it in windowed mode like I am here instead of full screen, because no matter what I did, I played with some settings and graphic settings and stuff. It was crashing when I went in that first elevator, if not before then, every time. So that seems to have worked. So hey, we'll roll with it. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like it if you did. Follow me on Twitter at BGFH79, twitch.tv/illegally-cited, illegally-cited.com, and right here on YouTube. So until next time, I will chat with everyone again later.